What's up, everybody? Noble Comics here to ask, could the Z Fighters defeat Galactus? Here's the scenario. Galactus from the Marvel Universe has made his way into the Dragon Ball universe and is hungry. He needs sustenance, and of course, he gets that through devouring planets. He makes his way to the Earth of the Dragon Ball universe and is set on devouring this world, though ahead of him he sends his herald, Silver Surfer, to scout the area and report back what he knows. So the Surfer darts off towards Earth. He gets there very quickly, and he meets our Z Fighters. Specifically, I want to talk about our top tier fighters here. We're not going to worry about everybody else. But we do have Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, and Broly there waiting for him. Silver Surfer tells them that his master Galactus is coming and that their world is going to be devoured. He urges them to flee if they can, otherwise they are going to be destroyed. Of course, the Z Fighters do not like this thought very much. They definitely don't take kindly to this idea that their world's going to be destroyed, and they're going to assume that Galactus, like every other challenger, will fall before him. Silver Surfer tells them, no, this is not how it's going to work. You guys seriously need to leave. But of course they don't listen, and a fight ensues. Now, Silver Surfer, again Herald of Galactus, has a tiny portion of Galactus' power known as the Power Cosmic. That's what gives him his amazing abilities, and he's typically been shown to be right around typical Herald level of power, around people like Thor and the Hulk. Towards the upper end of that power, though his personality of being a pacifist, I think, can handicap him every now and again. And I did make a video on how does Dragon Ball scale to Marvel and DC, and so you know roughly where I'm scaling up like Silver Surfer to these characters. So if they were to fight, to send a message to Galactus that he's not welcome here, the 5 of the Z Fighters power up, maybe their base forms, maybe their Super Saiyan forms, and seek to do battle with the Herald of Galactus here. I do think that Silver Surfer has an immediate advantage, probably. I think his energy absorption and manipulation would be able to counter any blast they were able to throw, no problem. But eventually, with the 5 of them powering up even more, I think that the combined speed, strength, and fighting abilities of the Z Fighters would definitely overpower Silver Surfer. My guess is that they would be around Super Saiyan God level as far as their transformations go in order to take him down. Maybe even less than that, considering it's all 5. But they would surely recognize that the Surfer was very powerful, and his master must be even more powerful than him. So they get ready and hunker down, and Galactus continues to make his way, cognizant of the fact that his Surfer, his Herald, has been killed. And as Galactus nears the Earth, let's take a recap of who this character is. So Galactus of the Marvel Universe was once a man who survived the death of his previous universe. He survived the collapse of the universe itself and came out on the other end post-Big Bang. He was able to merge with the sentience of the universe and become Galactus the Devourer. He is fueled by the power cosmic that gives him all of his abilities, and he wanders the world, the universe at large, and seeks to gain sustenance and power himself by devouring planets full of life. When he's fully powered, he is an integral part of the universe and is up there with concept beings like Infinity and Eternity, but due to his curse, he can never be fully fed. And with him comes a slew of powers from energy manipulation, teleportation, matter, existence manipulation, time manipulation, pretty much anything that you can imagine Galactus can do. He is, for the most part, omnipotent as far as like the human mind could comprehend. However, we do know that he has limits. He's been countered before and fought by various entities over the years in different powered-up versions of characters, like Thor, for example, like Doctor Strange, different Celestials he's had to fight and has had varying success with. And one of the only things he actually truly fears is the Ultimate Nullifier, a weapon where with the thought you could ravage the entire universe. He's typically scaled above the Skyfather tier of characters, who should essentially be able to one-shot your typical Thor, Hulk, whoever, and is probably somewhere up there in the outer versal level of power, whatever that means. He's definitely above that multiversal level. He is an integral part of the multiverse itself. And he's getting closer and he's hungry. The Z-Fighters can look up now and they see his massive figure approaching their planet, and they all power up. Let's say they get to their 10 ultimate forms of power. We're in Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, Ultimate Gohan, Ultimate Piccolo, and Broly's doing his thing. They approach Galactus as he reaches their planet, and they tell him essentially to get lost, or things are not going to get pretty. Galactus is humored by this, and while he could simply erase them from existence, one of a million different ways that he could kill them instantly, he decides to let them display their show of power to prove why he should leave. So the Z-Fighters hit him with everything they've got, every most powerful attack they can think of. They're throwing it at him all at once, and Galactus just absorbs all of it. It's nothing to him, right? Though he does get a sense of their power and recognizes they are not like the usual fighters or opponents that he's met in the past. In fact, he recognizes that one in particular could be beneficial to him, as he is in need of a new herald. And so using his telepathic persuasion and promise of new power, he recruits Vegeta to join him. A being who is always in search of new power and always in search to surpass his peers, he is, of course, interested, and joins Galactus as his new herald. The rest of the Z-Fighters are shocked. They know that now they really are in a dire situation, so they power up even more. Legendary Super Saiyan Broly, Ultra Instinct Goku, Orange Piccolo, and Beast Gohan. Subsequently, Herald Vegeta now powers up to his Ultra Ego form, and he has the power cosmic flowing through him. The final battle then commences. Goku goes to take on Vegeta, the rest of them go after Galactus. Now, at this level of power, we're scaling roughly these characters to be around Skyfather tier, around that of Odin, and in Galactus's weakened, hungered state, there is a potential here that he could meet his match. I think a father-son Gohan Piccolo special beam cannon could send him reeling. The ferocity and rage from Broly, who has the power to shatter dimensions, also gets his attention. Meanwhile, Goku's throwing everything he has at Vegeta and trying to stay untouched by his new, more powerful form. Ultra Ego is granting him insane strength and speed and durability, and the power cosmic enhances him even further and gives him new abilities like energy manipulation, matter manipulation, etc., giving him the upper hand against Goku. Physically, he's matched, if not surpassed, by the new Herald of Galactus Ultra Ego Vegeta. The up-close fighting is not working for him, so he dashes back and decides to throw a full power Kamehameha, everything he's got. Vegeta responds in kind with a blast of his own. The beams collide, reality shakes, but at the end, there is only one left standing. Vegeta has finally surpassed Goku. Meanwhile, Galactus grows tired of playing with these heroes and decides to end it now, once and for all. With a powerful blast, Orange Piccolo is eviscerated. With a thought, Broly is gone as well. Galactus then reaches out his hand, attempting to grab Gohan and crush him, but Gohan's speed surprises him. He charges up and clocks Galactus in the head, cracking his helmet. Galactus reels back from the impressive blow. Before Gohan can charge again, Galactus freezes him in the air with his telekinetic abilities. Vegeta charges over, seeing his new master injured, but Galactus assures him everything's under control. He leaves the frozen boy for Vegeta to take care of. Like father, like son. Galactus then does what he came here for, and is fed, and continues along his journey with the new herald more powerful than any he's ever had before. So, all that said, could the Z-Fighters beat Galactus? I know that was kind of a dramatic setting there, but I thought it was a pretty good story. But ultimately, I do think that he would win. It obviously does depend on a few factors, like how hungry is he, because presumably a starved Galactus could be beaten by a relatively weak character, right? Though Galactus typically is very strong. He's had some bad showings in the comics before, with certain characters who are nowhere close to his power being able to challenge or manipulate him in some way, but I do think that he wins. Again, if you've seen my How Does Dragon Ball Scale to Marvel and DC video, I talk about the sort of difference in power between the two. And while people like Goku or Orange Piccolo or Gohan scale with power sort of linearly as getting stronger, faster, more durable, hit harder, and that power level of being able to destroy a universe or multiverse is through, whatever powerful attack they're using. When it comes to Marvel, it's treated a little bit differently. A lot of characters have insane durability, and they are able to negate attacks, like Galactus can negate, whatever energy attack or something like that. And then his power comes from the fact that he has control or domain over the universe and reality, essentially. He can warp time and reality and matter and space and energy and all that stuff, which really just puts him in a different level. I do think that the Z Fighters in their most powerful form, which again is around Skyfather level in Marvel terms, I do think that they would be able to fight against Galactus. I mean, we've seen Odin fight Galactus before, but I do not think they are on his level. It's the same thing that Thor can fight against Thanos, but Thanos is on another level and is going to win most of the time, if not every time. And that's how it is with Galactus. Again, typical Galactus, not starving, is above most beings in the Marvel Universe. He's up there with the concept beings and the more powerful Celestials. And again, a lot of that is not as much due to speed, strength, fighting skills like it is with the Dragon Ball characters. It has to do with warping reality, warping matter and existence and things, which would make the fight mostly trivial. So again, theoretically, I think the Z Fighters could win. They definitely have power output to compete. If Galactus just sat there and let them wail on him, I bet they could eventually kill the guy, right? But the difference in what constitutes power between the two is different in a way that favors Galactus. Where Goku may be able to shoot a bigger laser beam, maybe not, maybe he could. That doesn't really matter, because Galactus can just change reality, right? He can just make it to where you no longer exist. But hey, that's just my opinion, right? I think that's how it would go. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Do you think this is reasonable? Do you think the Z Fighters stand a chance? Do you think that Vegeta would succumb to the influence and promise of power and become a herald potentially? What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.